With my like musical journey, I'd always been like, I was like singing and writing songs like from when I was like, when I could write and stuff. Like I remember I used to be that kid who goes, Mum, I've got a song to show you. I remember this one time Mum was like, oh God, here she goes. And I just whipped out, I must have been like 7. There's a video of it somewhere. But it was like a pure weird jazz number, but I was like 7 and I wrote this song. My mum was like, okay, we need to get this kid into vocal lessons.
Get some UCAS points for that. That's fucking...
Yeah.
Do you know what? Unconditional offer.
Yeah, straight in.
And I think what was so funny about it is like, obviously, I was like 7, I was writing, like my voice is naturally quite low and my mum was like, what the fuck? Like, we'll get it. So I got put into voice lessons, but my primary school, I really wanted, because I was that kid in primary school, because I've got like natural relative pitch, not perfect pitch, Jesus Christ, but like, you know, I can just tell when people are singing out. Singing out.
I hate it when people are singing.
Literally. And it used to piss me off so much. And I was like, I just really want to do. So I put my name down to pick every instrument. And because I had like undiagnosed ADHD at the time, they didn't like play anything. They literally said I'd break it, like, which is sad. I mean,
oh, that is so sad.
I know.
So traumatic.
Didn't like play a single instrument, but obviously I was doing my singing and stuff. And then I went into high school, and on the first day, my teacher, Mrs. Palmer, absolute legend, just said, we're giving away free music lessons. Who wants? I went, me, please fucking please. And she was like, okay, you're going to play trumpet. And I went, what the fuck, okay. I started learning trumpet then, and I literally, in high school, I didn't do anything bar music. I literally, every day I'd have a different music club. I'd have singing, ukulele club, orchestra, wind band, like brass ensemble, like I did everything. Like my whole time was just in the music department. It was like intense because I just loved it so much, and it became such a natural kind of thing for me, as well as like drama and shit. And then when I left, I would only really listen to like classical and jazz music, obviously emo tunes, because let's face it, that's just what life was.
Obviously.
And I went to college, and my music teacher was a fucking knob. Basically told me I couldn't sing. It was rough, even though some people were getting marked in their A-level by singing Panic at the Disco. Like, what? And then I was like, oh, I can't do music anymore. After all these years, like music being my thing, I was like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm quitting. And I went to drop out this college, and my mum went, oh, by the way, on a whim, I just signed you up for this music course. I went, what the fuck? So I joined Lipper Sixth Form, thinking it was a musical theatre degree, by the way. And it turns out, no, it was popular music. I had never listened to pop music in my life. I was that annoying jazz dickhead. That was me. So
fucking love jazz.
Yeah, like I was a proper like Chet Baker, like Louis Armstrong fucking kid, and then going into like learning about pop music and obviously meeting Liv, who was like playing all these rock tunes. I was like, I fucking vibe with this, and my voice like suited, obviously, because I was so used to doing jazz and classical, and I was trained in opera. Stepping into like rock music it felt right, and it felt like doing my own songs. Just it was good, and that's kind of like where we ended up. It took a long journey to get to there.
It was like 20 times the amount of detail than everyone else. Everyone else was
Harry was just like, I played saxophone, then played drums.
I was like, here's my life story.
That was a roller coaster. I feel I've been through like a whole like TV drama series.
I thought I've got enough to write.
The Untold Story, out in September.
Yeah, I feel like I had like 5 questions along the way.
Remember any of them?
No.
ADHD really told that story.
It's perfect. It makes our job so much easier. So one thing that did stick out: this teacher that told you couldn't sing. When we won't say his name, but how did that make you? We can if you want.
No free promo. No free promo.
Yeah, exactly. What was that like? Did that sort of really knock you and like throw you off? I feel like at that age, that's like a big like you pursue it or you don't. So something like that could be a bit.
I was very, very insecure at this point, and it's very weird because like with singing, I always knew that it was like something I absolutely loved doing, but it was never like it was always teetering whether I wanted to go into that or drama, like all the time. And having someone, because obviously I was grade 8 classically trained at this point, like, and when I sang to her, she was just like, she just made up the weirdest bullshit. She said, contralto isn't a voice range. was like, so Adele doesn't exist. Like, I don't get what you're trying. Like,
Oh God.
and when she said that, it was such a big knock for me because she kind of made me, which obviously I loved playing trumpet, but she made me play trumpet and try and jump from like a grade 4 standard to a grade 8 standard in a year, which is impossible. Like, doing that jump is like stupid. And I think from that point, I was like, maybe singing isn't for me. Maybe I think in my head, that was like, I had proper imposter syndrome moment. Because obviously I'd done like loads of singing competitions and like stuff like that. And it just made me kind of go, maybe I'm shit actually. And it really kind of started feeding into like an anxious thing. And I think it's the first time I had a panic attack because of her as well. She was just because she was so nasty. And I think,
point her out to me, I'll beat her off.
yeah, I think after that.
Put a picture up on the screen now.
Yeah, everyone just got to abuse her.
Like a wanted sign.
But I think it was very nice to have like other teachers like in my high school and my singing teacher and my like next college that I went to at Liverpool Sixth Form. They were so encouraging and really helped me build back that confidence and discover my true voice, which she definitely, you know, hindered my growth with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that's definitely something that a lot of people go through throughout school. Like because I played instruments when I was like much younger. No, don't smile, Joe. I seem to have this.
Every episode he brings up the fucking steel pans. Every episode.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
Steel pans.
I was just going to say my experience of going into secondary school and like trying to still keep into music and then not feeling like feeling like an outcast from that. And I feel like lots of kids go through that with whether it be with teachers, whether it would be with peers or anything. But is there anything that you'd like, if you could directly talk to that younger version of you, what would you like suggest to her now? And how would you go into that and kind of talk them into like carrying it on?
I think like, you know, when something's right and like, it's really hard to be able to trust yourself. And I feel like, especially with television and specifically things like X Factor, which really kind of exploited people and made them seem kind of insane for knowing their talents and, you know, stuff like that. Really, it makes, you know, builds up an anxiety of you, an imposter syndrome, wondering if you're actually good enough. And especially when people start telling you not, and especially because obviously with my problems, obviously I have ADHD, which means you get a horrible thing called rejection dysphoria, which means like when you get rejected or told something, it hurts more than a normal person. Like it really, really deeply affects you. And obviously I wasn't aware of this diagnosis until I left this point. And I would explain to myself that, and I was like, you are completely valid feeling this upset because it's something you've worked at your entire life. And to be told that by someone who, let's be honest, couldn't sing, oops, savage, it does lose a lot. Like, and I think that sometimes if there's something you enjoy, you should just keep pursuing it, and you shouldn't let someone else's opinion stop you from enjoying your life and what fulfills you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
that's good. Wholesome. Very well spoken.
Very wholesome.
Well spoken. I like that.
Very well. Clip it and ship it. That's going on there. That's going on the reels.
Getting deep in the Scrap podcast today.